As a young citizen of India, armed with technology, knowledge, and love for my nation, with a vision of transforming India into a developed nation, I'm joining Shobhit University. What about you?
Very good morning to all the participants from India and abroad. Shobhit Institute of Engineering and Technology, Meerut, deemed to be university, and it's a Center for Agricultural Informatics and E-Governance Research Studies, CAIRS, and Center for Agribusiness and Disaster Management Studies, CADMS. Extend greetings to all the participants from India and abroad who are attending today's national webinar series on doubling farmers' income by 2022, Atmanirbhar Bharat in agriculture. On the topic, agriculture marketing in India, defects therein, and remedial measures, if any. On behalf of the Honorable Chancellor, Honorable Vice Chancellor, the faculty members of the university, and on my behalf and as Professor Emeritus and Chairman of the Centers of Excellence, Center for Agricultural Informatics and E-Governance Research Studies, Center for Agribusiness and Disaster Management Studies, Center for Informatics Development Solutions and Applications, and Center for Industry 4.0 Technology Studies and Application, and Center for Health Informatics and Computing. Let me welcome today's guest speaker to deliver the talk in the 63rd edition of this national webinar series, Dr. Ramesh Mittal. I welcome you, sir. He's Director, CCS, National Institute of Agriculture Marketing, a Government of India's autonomous organization under Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare, Jaipur, State of Rajasthan. For the benefits of the participants and the guest speaker, so far under this webinar series, the university has organized 62 webinars on the topic, a very important topic, relevance of today, role of agricultural cooperative societies in e-governance, blockchain technology-based fishery value chain, a self-contained village, a felt need of the day, spices informatics network value chain, lantana camera, a camouflaged treasure trove, smart hill agriculture, a digitalized hill agriculture value system, Mera mobile, Mera marketing, integrated mariculture, aquaponics, and precision agriculture, MAPA biofarms for income revolution, smart tribal agriculture, optimizing value chain, digital agri-tech and industry perspective, land resources information system in India, present and road ahead, weather decision technologies for increasing farm income, big data in smart farming, sustainable soil and land management for climate smart agriculture, understanding market dynamics for increasing farm income, role of technologies in mitigating crop risk, how to generate additional profit via simple, attractive approaches in farm produce, adoption of flexi rubber check dam technology, potential benefit for farmers in rainfed and coastal agro ecosystem, adoption of flexi rubber check dam technology, potential benefit for farmers in rainfed and coastal agro ecosystems, realizing the economic benefits of agroforestry, Octosol, organic humic solutions for increasing crop yields and quality while increasing farm income and improving soil health, closing the nutrient loop, phosphorus management in protein farming, improving nutrient use efficiency and farm productivity, artificial intelligence enabled pest management technology for agriculture crop protection, empowering farmers through extension and knowledge dissemination, role of mass media, poultry management monitoring, smart poultry monitoring solutions, agro biodiversity, intellectual property laws, agriculture and farmers' welfare, and insight into issues for India's agrarian economy, manufacture and application of biochar for increased soil fertility and crop productivity. Sustainable integration of livestock with agriculture for farm income increase. Role of geographical indications on improving farmers' income, lessons from Asia Pacific region. Dairy informatics network value chain, a dairy tech startup perspective for farmers' income increase. Spices informatics network value chain, turmeric startup perspective for farmers' income increase. Generating sustainable on-farm income through fintech intervention. Nutrition sensitive agriculture, pathway for increasing farmers' income. Artificial intelligence and data analytics to ensure optimal nutrition in the soil, harvested food that minimizes human diseases. Bioenergy supply chain, a business opportunity for rural enterprises and farmer producer organizations. Tech enabling India's tech starved farmers for manifold increase in productivity and income. Open insurance ecosystem for agriculture producers, risk management, solutions to overcome repercussions on farmers' income, market stability, and food safety. Role of mass media for farmers' income increase, a case study from Green TV. Xstack, OpenStack digital infrastructure for agricultural ecosystem, a Linux Foundation project. Circular bioeconomy towards resilience, urgent need for redefining raw materials and modified waste management policies and regulations. Agri-tech, new horizon in Indian agriculture. Supporting of farmers for marketing will only help doubling of income by 2022. Rural transformation for farmers' income increase, case studies from impoverished districts. Mobile enabled software as a service to solve complex supply chain challenges, a case study from daily orders. John Deere's journey in India, integrated precision agriculture solutions, doubling the income of farmers through eco-agri revolution. Bayer's carbon farming initiative, post-production intervention, maximizing value for farmers. BAIF models of revival of traditional water management system to enable doubling of farmers' income. Should we adopt farmers' welfare as a new paradigm instead of farmers' income? ICT intervention in agriculture, challenges and opportunities. Democratizing the future of farming, a global experience. Commercial processing of orders, next game changer in dairying. Data-driven agriculture and agri-tech startup perspective. Agribusiness potentials in Moringa. Agriculture income pathways, strengthening link between agriculture activities and nutrition outcome, technology, education, research, and rehabilitation for the environment. Cultivating dignity for farmers, Model Village Development Program, a case study from Maharashtra. Market-driven agriculture, need for development of crop-specific strategies at block level. Farmers collective with value addition, powerful business model for income increase for small and marginal farmers. Lessons from Operation Flood for transforming agriculture and food systems. Sustainable food production. Today is the 63rd edition of National Webinar Series, which will be addressed by Dr. Ramesh, Mittal, Director, Chaudhry Charan Singh, National Institute of Agricultural Marketing, a Government of India autonomous organization under the Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare, Jaipur, State of Rajasthan, on the very important topic, agriculture marketing in India, defects therein, and remedial measures, if any. Dear participants, please see the keywords: agriculture marketing, defects therein, and remedial measures. Agriculture sector is the foundation of Indian economy. Acharya Vinoba Bhave said, India is largely an agrarian economy, Krishi Pradhan Desh, and a country of villages, Gram Pradhan Desh, more than 6.25 lakhs villages. It employs more than 50% of the India's workforce. and contributes almost 17 to 18% of its GDP. At present, agricultural livelihoods are being severely impacted world over as a result of anthropogenic global warming and climate change. Climate change has got both direct and indirect effects on agricultural productivity, including changing rainfall patterns, severe drought, flooding, and changes in agricultural geographical redistribution of pests and diseases. India's labor intensive and subsistence based agriculture sector is particularly vulnerable to the development. I would like to quote the Honorable Prime Minister's Independence Day address on 15th August 2021. He said, I quote, in the coming years, we will have to increase the collective power of the small farmers of the country. We have to give them new facilities. They must become the country's pride. Chota Kisan, Bane, Desh Ki Shan. Small farmers have become the pride of the nation. He also said it on 28th February 2016. He said, my dream is to see farmers double their income by 2022 when the country completes 75 years of its independence. Reforms towards digitalization of agricultural systems. The Doubling Farmers' Income by 2022 report 2018 submitted to the Government of India, under which I worked as a group leader for two volumes, Volume 11 and Volume 12B. Volume 12B talks about the digitalization of Indian agriculture. It has recommended 7 mission mode programs. If 7 mission mode programs are operationalized, Indian agriculture system will be completely digitalized. And it will be a very big, reforms towards 14.5 crores operational holders, out of which about 90% are small and marginal farmers. Let me read it out. Digitalized agriculture, digital transformation, technology and innovation in agriculture, synergization of Digital India, Make in India, Skill India, and Startup India program for transformational reforms in agriculture sector through smart irrigated farming, smart rainfed farming, and smart tribal farming. Digitalized agromet advisories and agricultural risk management solution. Digitalized agricultural resources information system and micro level planning for achieving smart village and smart farming. Digitalized value chain for about 400 agriculture commodities. Digitalized access to inputs, technology, knowledge, skill, agricultural finance, credits, marketing, and agribusiness management to the farmers. Digitalized integrated land and water management solutions, per drop more crop. Digitalized farm health management for reduction of farmers' loss. This consists of farmers' health, plant health, animal health, soil health, water health, fish health, and eco health. That is one health, eco health. And doubling of farmers by 2022 in its volume 11, it also talks about the need for development of a network of cooperative societies, CoopNet, and automation of each cooperative society to facilitate governance and operational efficiency in the cooperative sector is good for rural India. And Atmanirbhar Bharat, our Honorable Prime Minister's vision for making India a self-reliant nation, rested on 5 I's: intent, inclusion, innovation, investment, infrastructure, and innovation, rested and based on 5 pillars: quantum jump in economy, infrastructure, one that represents modern India, systems, 21st century technology driven, vibrant demography, and demand, whereby the strength of our demand and supply chains should be utilized to full capacity. This is announced on 15th May 2020, and our Union Budget 2022-23 reflects this very much. Atmanirbhar Bharat in agriculture, third tranche in Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan has given 1.5 lakh crore as a booster. Now, Amrit Kal lead up to 100 means of the next 25 years from India's at 75 to India at 100. I wish to quote from the speech of Honorable Finance Minister, Madam Nirmala Sitharaman, on 1st February 2022, para 5. By achieving certain goals during the Amrit Kal, our government aims to attain the vision. They are complementing the macroeconomic level growth focus with the microeconomic level all-inclusive welfare focus, promoting digital economy and fintech, technology-enabled development, energy transition, and climate action, and relying on virtual cycle starting from private investment with the public capital investment on climate action, and with the public capital investment helping to crowd in private investment, relying on virtual cycle starting from private investment with the public capital investment helping to crowd in private investment. Para 14 talks about a parallel track of a blueprint for Amrit Kal, which is a futuristic and inclusive. This will directly benefit our youth, women, farmers, the scheduled caste and scheduled tribes, and two big public investment for modern infrastructure readying for India at 100. Moving forward on this parallel track, we lay the following 4 priorities, which are they: PM Kadi Shakti, inclusive development, productivity enhancement and investment, sunrise opportunities, energy transition and climate action, and financing of investment. Para 32 talks about for delivery of digital and high-tech services to farmers with involvement of public sector research and extension institution along with the private agri-tech players and stakeholders of agri-value chain. A scheme in PPP mode will be launched. Para 33 talks about use of Kisan drones. Para 35 talks about a fund with blended capital raised under the co-investment model will be facilitated through NABARD. This is to finance startup for agricultural rural enterprises relevant for farm produce value chain. Activities of these startups will include inter alia, support for farmer producer organizations, machinery for farmers on rental basis at farm level, and technology including IT-based support. And skill development, para 44 talks about digital ecosystem for skilling and livelihood. Desh Stack e-portal will be launched. And it also talks about blended capital. It is a mix of government or non-profit grants, equity investment, and bank loans put into a startup. Rural India, a powerhouse with the potential to add 1.8 trillion or the equivalent of the current GDP, said by Shri Harish Manwani, chairman of Hindustan Unilever Limited in 2012, and it is relevant till today. And agriculture marketing, I would like to quote, growth is in rural India, but it is a complex market. Growth is in rural India, but it is a complex market. This also was told by Shri Harish Manwani, the chairman of the Hindustan Unilever. That is on 3rd September 2009. It is still irrelevant today. Agriculture marketing covers the services involved in moving an agriculture product from the farm to the consumer. These services involve the planning, organizing, directing, and handling of agriculture produce in such a way as to satisfy farmers, intermediaries, and consumers. Numerous connectivity activities are involved in doing this, such as planning production, growing and harvesting, grading, packing and packaging, transport, storage, agro and food processing, provision of market information, distribution, and advertising and sale. E-marketing of agricultural product produces challenges and opportunities. Internet has effectively facilitated e-markets which is expected to be more transparent and competitive than physical markets. The national market, including the global markets, is accessible to the farming community through their websites. Government of India, under its Digital India program, has launched its Pan-India online national agriculture portal on 14th April 2016. It is e-NAM is a virtual market, but it has a physical market mandi at the back end. And there was a necessity for complete integration of e-NAM, a pan-India electronic trading platform for agriculture produce market committees of NDA2 with AgmarkNet 2000, a pan-India with 3,297 nodes for agriculture producing marketing information system of NDA1. These two projects of NDA1 and NDA2 for the benefits of Indian farmers to successfully operationalize about 400 agriculture commodities value chain as the byproduct by 2018. It has to happen. And information and communication technologies through e-commerce model facilitates formation of e-marketplace, neutral e-hub, e-distribution sites, distributor model, e-procurement site, aggregation model. In the country, there are more than 22,000 rural, primary, and periodic markets, being the first contact points of the farmers with the market economy, both for selling and buying. And smaller marginal farmers constitute about 85%, it's now 90% of the farming community are nearer to the rural markets and rural India. And rural India consumers need to have an e-trade platform. Agribusiness management, emerging an ICT-enabled value chain and potential scope for large-scale private investment through entrepreneurial startups. India has a huge potential for growth, development and business in the agribusiness and food processing sector. It is estimated by 2030, agriculture and agribusiness industry is projected to be $3 trillion in Africa and almost 4.5 trillion in Asia. India emerges as an investment destination in agribusiness and food processing sector in view of the sound factors, which are they: supply side advantages, supply demand growth and conducive policy environment, increasing investment and strategic location. This is as per the FICCI report released in 2014. According to McKinsey Global Research Institute report, 12 technologies will empower India. It is also on 2014. The estimated collective collective impact of technology interventions, mainly information technology, in agriculture is about US $45 billion to US $80 billion by 2025. The report was given to the government of India in 2014, but today is 2022. Another 3 years are left over to realize this potential. And skill development program, bridging the development gaps in human resources required for digitizing farming. Agricultural informatics, also referred as e-agriculture, is emerging field which combines the advances in informatics, internet technology, ICT, agriculture development, and entrepreneurship to provide better agriculture services, enhanced technology dissemination, and information delivery to the agriculture stakeholders. Country needs about 1 lakh agricultural informatics professional, consisting of MTech, BTech in agricultural informatics, and MBA in agribusiness management by 2020. Shobhit University, Meerut is the only university in India which provides MTech and BTech in agricultural informatics program. MBA in agribusiness management programs is available from IIM, State Agriculture University, Manage, NIAM, and Shobhit University. There is no MBA program in agriculture marketing in the country to professionally run 7,500 wholesale mandis and 22,000 rural mandis. It is need of the hour. agriculture cooperatives and e-governance system is very important. And I would like to quote a successful cooperative model for agriculture marketing. Sanchoku business model with the consumers cooperative Japan. This is a business model in which the Japanese primary level agriculture cooperative trade farm produces rice, fruits, vegetables, egg, meat, milk, and others with consumer cooperatives and adopted three basic principles: traceability, standardization, and communication. This cooperative has reduced the distance between farmers and consumers and adopted technology for traceability of farmers' produce. Why can't we operationalize it in India? Digitalization of packs is very important and effective. Is about 1 lakh primary agriculture cooperative societies, about 22,000 primary fisher cooperative societies are to be digitalized in, at the earliest. An effective tool for radical change in the rural economy and the life of rural people, and for strengthening the rural economy of the country, and also to facilitate all steps of government of India for doubling the farmers' income by 2022. The Centers of Excellence of the Shobhit University promotes Startup Agri India through its 2 weekly webinar series, National Webinar Series on Doubling Farmers' Income by 2022, and International Webinar Series on Open Source Digital Technologies towards Self-Reliant India. This university has completed so far 120 editions. We must ensure that Indian farmer benefits from this technology development right up front. Farmers are not getting trained to meet the emerging challenges. They are in the field to do farming. They are in the field to do farming. Atma centers and KVKs are far away from the vicinity of farm fields. The future of farming belongs to democratization of farming. This means farmers who do farming has to be in the forefront and to be e-farmer, and that is digital farmer. I endorse the 4 centers of excellence of the Shobhit University: Center for Agricultural Informatics and E-Governance Research Studies, Center for Agribusiness and Disaster Management Studies, Center for Informatics Development Solutions and Applications, and Center for Industry 4.0 Technology Studies and Applications are focused on this core issue. I would like to inform our guest speaker, Dr. Ramesh Mittal, that Shobhit Institute of Engineering and Technology, Meerut, and Chaudhary Charan Singh National Institute of Agriculture Management, Jaipur, has signed an MOU on 19th November 2019. I was there to sign that MOU with the Honorable Director General of the National Institute of Agriculture Management. I wish to inform that both the participants, both the institutions, Shobhit Institute of Engineering and Technology, Meerut deemed to be university, and CCS, National Institute of Agricultural Marketing, we signed this MOU on 19th November 2019. We need to activate this MOU for the benefits of rural youth to gain better career opportunities through marketing of agricultural products of small and marginal farmers of the country. The ENAM is linked with 1,000 markets in 18 states and 2 union territory, which with over 50 lakh farmers membership in 18 states. Let us now turn to the address of Dr. Ramesh Mittal, Director, Chaudhary Charan Singh, National Institute of Agriculture Marketing, a Government of India autonomous body organization under Minister of Agriculture and Farmer Welfare, Jaipur, on very important topic, agriculture marketing in India, defects therein and remedial measures, if any. Today's topic will galvanize and motivate the participants watching our telecast through facebook.com/Shobhit University India, youtube.com/Shobhit University in, or linkedin.com/company/Shobhit-University for establishing agri-tech startup. More than 6,500 agri-tech startups, one per block, or even about 2.25 lakh agri-tech startups, one per gram panchayat at grassroots level. Let me introduce guest speaker to the audience. Mr. Manishji, can you put the profile live? Dr. Ramesh Mittal is the director, Chaudhary Charan Singh, National Institute of Agriculture Marketing, a Government of India's autonomous organization under Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare, Jaipur, state of Rajasthan. He has worked almost 30 years at national and international level in various organizations with a job profile of research, consultancy, educational training. He was also associated with many projects with USAID, US Department of Agriculture, Michigan State University, World Bank, Asian Development Bank, Multi-State Agriculture Competitiveness Project, etc. At present, he is holding the charge of Chairman, NIAM Incubation Center, hand-holding agri-startup investment in 5 states of India through 5 centers of excellence, and working across the country to attract agri-investment through startups. As per invitation, Dr. Ramesh Mittal has presented country paper on supply chain management at Thailand, country paper on competitive supply chain management at Vietnam, country paper on brand management of agricultural produce through GA at Tokyo, Japan, and also visited University, California, USA to understand USAID SAM project. Recently, he has been invited as an expert resource person to address value chain marketing at South Korea, Seoul. His area of specialization is marketing, human resources, finance, entrepreneurship, and strategic management and agriculture marketing. Written more than 100 research papers, articles, write-ups, 5 research projects, and organizing more than 200 training programs, author of 4 books, and he has more 6 live TV talks on Doordarshan and other channel, and he is the founder chief editor of Journal of Agriculture Marketing of the National Institute of Agriculture Marketing. Dr. Ramesh Mittal holds PhD and post-graduation in many number of subjects. And to his credit, Dr. Ramesh Mittal also did proficiency in strategic management courses in associated discipline from IIM Kozhikode, IIM Lucknow, IIM Indore, XLRI Jamshedpur, IIFT New Delhi, MDA Gurgaon, IIM Ahmedabad, IIM Bangalore, and IIM Kolkata. With this, I welcome Dr. Ramesh Mittal, Director, CSIS NIAM, to address the national webinar series on doubling farmers' income by 2022, Atmanirbhar Bharat in agriculture, on the very important topic, agriculture marketing in India, defects therein, and remedial measures, if any. Over to Dr. Ramesh Mittal. Thank you, sir. Please unmute.
Thank you, Professor Moni, for your introduction. I think very briefly, and you have elaborated each and everything what is happening in this agriculture, especially if you look at the upcoming area, which is very, very innovative. And earlier we were thinking agriculture is like only based on the rural, like the farm gate, or rural farmers are taking care about the agriculture, but it's not like that. If you look at each and every area which was mentioned by Professor Moni, is very, very important country like India. So before I start my presentation, I would like to say thanks to the Honorable Chancellor and Honorable Vice Chancellor and Professor Moni for this great opportunity which has been given to me to address the stakeholders of Shobhit University as well as other people domestically as well as international. So indeed, it's my pleasure to be associated with Shobhit University because Shobhit University is a very prestigious university, and the great professor like Professor Moni is already said like 63 webinar he has been organized, which is a great remark. And you can look at the kind of quality what he has bought in such webinars. Otherwise, you will see mostly webinars are just for the sake of webinars. But the kind of homework he has done it, the kind of information he has collected, the kind of information he has disseminated to the participants to this webinar. It is really great. I really appreciate his concern, Shobhit University concern, and this is quite valuable webinar. Now, if you look at the today's topic, the topic is basically agriculture marketing in India, defects therein and remedial measures, if any, which is pretty unique. Uh, I have spent it 17 years in National Institute of Agriculture Marketing, and many training programs and webinars and workshops has been organized. But yes, he has rightly said, by indicating this 2 point like defects and remedial measures, you will not find anywhere in the seminar. Mostly seminars has been organized by focusing only agriculture marketing in India, or maybe the agriculture marketing reforms or the kind of progress or like many things. But no doubt it's a very great topic and it's a great opportunity to discuss and talk about it. So without wasting time, with the permission of Professor Moni, I would like to start my
Please.
presentation.
Please.
I hope my PowerPoint presentation is visible.
Visible.
Okay, thank you. Now, today's topic is somewhere it is generic also and it's very, very important also. Because agriculture marketing is a very niche area for this country. And if you look at the people, mostly people, I'll say mostly people, they think like agriculture marketing is agriculture only, but it is not like that. Agriculture is a like macro economy and agriculture marketing is like microeconomy. It's a part of that only, but it is different. Obviously it is niche, it is very, very important, and we need to understand properly what is agriculture marketing. Now, I'll tell you, I have spent it 6 years in United States of America as a marketing professional. I visited 22 states and more than 35 countries across the world. So wherever I visited and I went, I did notice there is a difference in between agriculture marketing and marketing of other type of goods. And that kind of experience I would like to share with you here itself. If you look at developed nation, you just name it, maybe US, maybe European countries, or maybe Japan or Korea, or maybe a number of good countries. They are pretty much developed. Their purchasing power parity is quite high. Their living standard is quite high. Their currency is known as a hot currency or maybe is a hard currency because like price of euro, the price of dollar, the price of yen, these are pretty high across the world if you talk about the international trade. These countries, if you visit those countries and if you see the kind of agriculture and agriculture marketing in this country, you will find the agriculture marketing, it is almost same like the marketing of other type of commodities. It could be the gold and silver, or maybe the automobile, or maybe the real estate market, or you just name it. But if you talk about the developing countries and least developed nations, where agriculture marketing mean is little different because we have to strengthen the marketing system in our country. Now you look at basically when we are talking about the agriculture marketing is where we have sufficient as far as production related concern. It means whatever we people are producing, that should be enough and sufficient for local consumption. And after that, the picture comes in what we have as a surplus. So anything which is available as a marketable surplus called is a part of agriculture marketing. And why it is so? Because agriculture is a perishable. All agriculture items are basically or produce are perishable. And now the perishable goods, you may have shelf life of maybe 1 hour, shelf life of 1 day, shelf life of 1 month, or maybe 6 months, but not more than that. You talk about any commodity which is coming from the agriculture sector, you will find such phenomena. Now the question is, if you do not have any kind of value chain for those agriculture commodities, basically you cannot have the value addition program for that. Now, if you want to preserve and if you want to increase the shelf life of such agriculture commodities, you need to have value chain and value addition programs for your agriculture commodities and product. So, agriculture marketing basically in developed nation and developing nation starts from the marketable surplus. Now, credit should goes to the our green revolution. Now we have enough production. If you talk about any area, whether it is horticulture, agriculture, floriculture, fisheries, livestock, forest related items, or maybe medicinal and aromatic plants, you just name it, maybe milk also. So now question comes in, whatever we have surplus, how to preserve or protect or process, that is indicated by the value chain. And by identifying the cost effective value chain is a part of agriculture marketing. It means basically, if you look at right from the sowing to harvesting and the after harvesting, like sorting, grading, washing, standardization, packaging, transportation, labeling, logistic, warehousing, value chain, value addition, hmm, like farm to fork. Have you seen? Have you heard about this quote many times? So, rightly, it is from farm to fork. The complete process, which is coming from farm to fork, it is so called part of agriculture marketing. Now, let me give you some more meaning. Like before I get into it, I would like to tell you like agriculture marketing can be defined as the commercial functions involved in transferring agriculture products consisting of farm, horticulture, and other allied products from producer to consumer. Agriculture marketing also reflect another dimension from supply of produce from rural and rural to urban and from rural to industrial consumer. Now, if you look at these three words, rural to urban, and rural to industrial, you can understand the value of this agriculture marketing chain or system country like India. Now, I have given you one more paragraph to understand basically what is agriculture marketing. Because why I'm showing you, when we move here and there, anywhere, maybe in expo or maybe in seminar or maybe in workshop, the people who are not aware about the agriculture marketing, they sometimes raise different type of questions. And those are very interesting questions. Like, one farmer, one farmer has asked me, I have a bumper crop of tomatoes and I'm not getting the right price in the market. Now you tell me what is the remedy. Now the problem, you understand, I have bumper crop of tomato. I would like to sell this tomato in the market. The problem is basically I am not getting the right price. So how to get the right price or with some profit? And we know very well the agriculture commodity is basically highly perishable commodity. Then we usually answer them. If you look at the core competency of any agriculture produce, you will come to know people why people buy agriculture produce. There are two, 3 points, immediately we can put up on our tips. Number one is like they buy agriculture commodity for taste. Yes, maybe not tomato, but onion, maybe not onion, but potato. Yes. Second is we consume agriculture produce for our health reasons. We just want to improve our health. Second is as a tendency, since it is a perishable product, we want fresh and aromatic or good taste agriculture produce. So basically, we spend money for that. But if you look at in reverse, if something is happening wrong, then we people are losing the core competency of agriculture produce. So the thing is basically we cannot tell you how to sell on an overprice or maybe the good price. But we can tell you what is agriculture marketing. If you follow the system of agriculture marketing, obviously you can fetch very good price, and simultaneously you can go for the further value addition of this product where you can make money. So the term of agriculture marketing is composed of two words, agriculture and marketing. Agriculture, in the broadest sense, means activity aimed at the use of natural resources for human welfare. For example, it includes the primary activities of production, but generally it is used to mean growing or raising crop and livestock. Marketing cannot a series of activities involved in moving of the goods from point of production to the point of consumption. It includes all the activity involved in the creation of time, place, form, possession, utility. The study of agriculture marketing comprise all the operations and the agencies conducting them involved in the movement of farm produced food, raw material, and their derivatives. So the question is basically, instantly you don't have magic in your hand to sell your tomatoes on a higher price. But if you know the agriculture marketing system, obviously you can have good price, and you can sow your tomato seeds at the right price, and you can harvest your tomatoes on the right time, and you can sell your tomatoes on the right time to the right customer. If you are not able to sell, then go for the value addition where you can have some more money for your product. Now, so what is the need? Now, everything has rationale. Agriculture marketing subject has come up and boomed like anything because it has some need. For the need purpose is basically to ensure proper availability of consumer products, to ensure proper price spread, to ensure adequate marketable surplus. These three important lines are able to address any kind of problem of agriculture marketing in this country. And if you look at now, sometimes you see the onion prices are shooting up like 100 rupees per kg. Tomato prices are also. Hmm? So what is the remedies for that? Can this system is helpful to find out some solution for that? We are going to read in further slides. So the prerequisite of the efficient agriculture marketing. Now, as I told you, it is going to the value addition or value. You are going to have some value by having this agriculture marketing, system in the country. So the storage facility, capacity for value addition, transport facility, adequate information, less intermediaries, regulated markets, good quality of produce. Then you will say you are getting good buyers, you are getting good price, and you are able to sell your product immediately. Now, I would like to tell you one thing here. We as a consumer, if we people are visiting in APMC market, agriculture produce market anywhere in the country, what you can see one farmer who has tomatoes, but those are very clean, neat and clean, good variety, size is good, sorted, graded, all things has been followed, and price is also competitive in comparison of others. Hmm? With some facilities, he is able to sell his produce immediately, like first come first serve basis. But some people who are having the bunch or heap of the tomatoes, those are not sorted, not graded, and it is lying in the market. People are coming, they are searching for the good quality, they are negotiating the price, and nearby there is no structure, not organized properly. Then that farmer has to sit right from the morning to evening, even for 2 days, to sell that heap or the bunch of the tomatoes to the customer. So we have to learn these practices by looking at the mandi system. Now look at this. This slide is very, very important. We people are talking about the agriculture as a key role in making India 5 trillion economy. I'm sorry, 5 trillion economy. If you look at this COVID pandemic, since last 2 3 years, where GDP contributed a lot by the agriculture sector, but other sectors were down. They were not adding some value, or maybe at par in the Indian GDP. But agriculture, yes, it is growing, and believe me, upcoming years are exclusively dedicated for Indian agriculture. It is going to have lot of value. So the despite COVID-19 pandemic clocked a growth rate of 3.4%. Sector engages about 54.6 of the total workforce of the country. Sector contributes 18.8% of GVA. Harvest and post-harvest losses reducing, constantly reducing. The world largest producer of spices, pulses, milk, tea, cashew, jute, banana, jackfruits, etc. Second largest producer of wheat, rice, fruits, vegetable, sugarcane, cotton, and oilseed. Net exporter with 2.8% of the world agri trade. So, such kind of features are showing we people are good and we are leader in this agrarian economy. The thing is basically how to improve the value of our agriculture system or agriculture produce. Now look at the production and population growth and creation of marketable surplus. Marketable surplus is very, very important. So the particulars are like, look at production in MMT in 1951 and production in MMT, which is current, and growth over the period in multiple. Look at food grains like rice, wheat, rice. For example, rice 20.58, now it is 122 MMT 2.7. Now, fruits and vegetable, oil, seed, pulses, everywhere. Everything is growing. Now, the thing is basically we need to structure, we need to go for the value chain where we can add some value for our agriculture produce and reduce post harvest losses where our agriculture marketing is playing very, very important role. Now, strategies to enhance farmer income. Look at our theme is basically double the farmer income by 22. Now 22 has arrived. So output verticals through implementation of schemes and policy measures, which is enhancing productivity. It is happening. If you look at ICR related, all the organization, they are contributed a lot. New varieties upcoming, and simultaneously we people are preserving our desi varieties also for the sake of taste or maybe medicinal value or other kind of values. But we are enhancing productivity, undertaking cost effective production also, diversifying activities like the cluster based ODOP scheme has been launched. The cluster based scheme also launched. The process and micro enterprises scheme is also launched. So reducing production and post production losses, that is also happening. Earlier we were talking about the 40 to 45% post harvest losses. Now today, if you look at less than 50%, we people are talking. Although it is required to reduce, but it is slowly going. Earlier, we were far behind in comparison of country like Thailand, but now we are matching the figure from Thailand itself. Now, enhancing food processing and export, which is you look at the kind of the efforts were made by the government, efforts was made by the exporters, processors, and entrepreneurs and big companies in this India. You can understand. Developing efficient and remunerative market ecosystem, farmers' net income enhanced. Now we people are talking for the not only land with land farmers, even we are talking about the landless farmer to generate some extra bucks for them. For example, in Rajasthan, mustard cultivation is going on, but simultaneously farmer has learned they can go for the beekeeping simultaneously for the mustard production. So there are two type of advantage. One is the bumper crop for the mustard is coming just because of these bees due to pollination, and second is the extra income like the aromatic honey which is coming from this mustard farm has been also collected, and that is extra income which you can say the pocket out of pocket expenses for the farmer, for this disposable income for the farmers, additional income for the farmers, it is happening. So I have given you the only one example, but if you look at like fishing, fisheries, this poultry, livestock, dairy, many more means are available and farmers are getting into it. I'll tell you some more farmers, they have been understand very clearly their farm location is extremely good, which is eco-friendly. Maybe some mountains are there, maybe some the green patch is there, maybe some kind of the water bodies are there, and they have been initiated this agro tourism by doing this farming in their area. So the area like northeast hilly region, the area like some Maharashtra has, the area like in Rajasthan has, Karnataka, some farmers are wise enough, they have good wisdom to start this agri tourism also. So that is additional farmer income. Now one more sector, which is geographical indication. So the agriculture produce, which has been indicated by the geography, more than 600 agriculture produce has been identified as a geographically GI product. And those are, those crops has been also increased marketability and exportability of the farmer produce because they have the tag of GI. It doesn't matter whether it is, LFP cardamom or is a like a coconut or like it is a jasmine from Karnataka or like it is a mango from Uttar Pradesh or maybe oranges from Kurg or you just name it, or maybe the banana, a particular banana variety. uh, you just name it, you will find mostly good GI product across the India are available. Even Kashmiri saffron has also got the tag of GI. Even goat milk of Bihar, sorry, Odisha, Ganjam district, they have also got this GI tag. And for the further value addition, if you look at the Rasgulla, this West Bengal Rasgulla or Rajasthani Bhujia, those are also getting GI product. And ultimately, for them, raw material is a agriculture produce. So the strategy to enhance farmer income is going great, and it is not like instant, but yes, soon you can see the results in this manner. Now, the market architecture in this country, I would like to tell you this agriculture market architecture, what it is. So, physical market, virtual market, which is known as a ENAM, which is National Agriculture Market, and you know very well, more than 1,000 agriculture markets have been already set up, and like one state one license is already happened. Now, two state one license, and across the country one license. Such activity is going on. So the physical market is basically we can divide in a two type of, like, one is traditional market and second is innovative market. So the traditional market is basically wholesale, regulated or unregulated market, and retail, rural, periodical market, which is known as a HART, rural HART, Grameen HART, or weekly HART. And it is happening in a structured way, somewhere in non-structured way across the country. An innovative market, which is alternative, like private markets, like Maharashtra has good presence of the private market, and other states are also following. Then direct marketing or contract farming, that is also innovative markets. And even startups are also going to set up some new markets with their IT related gadgets and IT related platforms, where like the IoT, blockchain, and machine learning, such kind of, or maybe assigns are available, and they are going to have help in a big way. Now, physical market, wholesale markets, basically organized wholesale marketing of agriculture produce undertaken through the network of uh, 6,953 regulated markets, hmm, and established under the state APMC acts. Wholesale markets administered under the State APMC Act from first year of 5-year plan in 1951 till now 29 have grown from 319 to 6,953, almost 7,000. There are more than 1,600 purchase centers to supplement these markets. Across the country, you will find 107 private markets. Those are also making dent in this agriculture marketing system. Then retail markets, there are about 22,941 rural hearts located closer to farm gate and villages. Retail trading is around 70% hearts. Both wholesale and retail in 30% hearts. Farmer consumer markets around 450, and municipalities managed markets are also available. There are about 300 direct marketing registrations for the purchasing from farm gate in the various states. So the physical market system is quite understandable. Then development of agriculture marketing. Let us go a little back. Wholesale marketing in the country is administered under the provision of State APMC Act. First Green Revolution in late 60 and afterward led the sufficiency in food grain. Most of the state legislated Agriculture Produce Marketing Regulation Act in 1960 and 70 with the objective and structure. And what was the objective and structure? To ensure an environment to fair play for supply and demand forces, to ensure price discovery mechanism. Why it is so? Because poor farmer was not aware the kind of produce he has been produced in his farm. What is the price? What is the competitive price? What is the variety? How much money he can fetch from the market? And that is why that system has been introduced, and it was quite useful that time to regulate market practices and attain transparency in the transactions. These 3 points, if you look at now, today we can say what is the need of mandi. But yes, that time it was required. Now, today, because of the IT and lot of innovations, you can say other alternative methods are also available. But we should not forget the contribution of these traditional markets in Indian agriculture. Growth of the wholesale agriculture markets over the period from 1960 to 1990 has been tremendous, which is 13x if you look at the growth rate. So we can understand the need of such markets. Now, topic comes for the reforms. So reform is basically in agriculture marketing sector. Economic liberalization started in the country in early 90s and country realized its benefit. Agriculture being the critical in Indian economy, liberalized agriculture markets to benefit the farmer and economy as a whole, and conceived in late 90s. Yes, today we can criticize this agriculture market system, but if you look at the journey of these markets, it was proper, relevant, and based on the rationale. Now, government appointed an expert committee on 19 December 2002 review the present system of agriculture marketing and make recommendation. So, here is a new thing has been come in the agriculture marketing. Recommended development of the various alternative marketing channel and pledge financing. That was the today's need. Study requirement of additional investment in infrastructure and supply chain development with private sector participation. Again, it was based on need and rationale. Study effective utilization of IT tool and make recommendation. Now look at this was in 2000, today is 22, and whatever topic, whatever subject has been chosen, today you can see the tremendous growth in those sectors. It is the result of 20 years continuously hard working to improve agriculture marketing sector by doing the reforms. Now reforms markets so as to move towards the competition and more liberalization. Union and state government together formulated a model APMC Act in 2003 to aim the existing state APMC Act, and government identified 7 areas for reforms. Number one is setting up the markets in private and cooperative sector. You can see the growth in last 20 years. It is going, and going. Establishment of farmer consumer market in private sector. That is also you can see the growth and relevance. Many case studies are available for Apna Mandi, for Raitu Bazaar, or many more like that in various parts of the country. Allowing direct wholesale purchase from the farm gate. Promoting contract farming, which is also an alternative marketing strategy as far as direct marketing. Promoting e-trading, you look at the e-nam, which is one of the biggest movement in this country based on the government initiative. Rest of the world, if you find such kind of system, does not exist at all. Single unified trading license valid across the state, which is happening. And if you look at this, is pretty much useful for the particular commodities or particular area or maybe particular buyer seller community. Now slowly it is growing for others also. I'm very sure it will take time because it is a new initiative, but It is one more alternative method for the direct marketing. We should not think it is a generic direct marketing method. It is alternative marketing method. It is based on the requirement. It is based on the feasibility. It is based on the commodity. Levy of the market fee only once on first transaction across the state. Now, next generation holistic reforms. Now, reforms, why we call reforms? Reform comes basically when we try to identify defects and problems in the system. And we try to rectify those problems and defects in the system. And we want to make system flawless. And that is why such initiative has been made, and it has been started by the central government as well as the state governments in the various parts of the country. So the further liberalize agriculture market in holistic manner, union government with the state formulated a model APMC Act 2017 to further amend state APMC acts. Nine critical area of reforms are being taken up. What are the names? You just look at: limited power of APMC, e-trading, single joint levy of market fee, single trading license, deregulation of fruit and vegetables, separation of power, private market, direct marketing, warehouse cold storage as deemed market. These are nine area and addressed and followed and led by ENAM also. So, what was the expected outcome of these nine areas that you can also look at, and you can assess yourself in reality what has basically happened. Although it was in 2017, only 5 years has been passed, but you can see clearly measurable changes in this agriculture market system. Now, what are those? Multiple marketing channels are available. Choice based marketing is available. Improved market linkage. Yes, it has been given some more linkages to the existing system. Transparency in trade and transaction due to this payment system or maybe the assign. Hmm? Then encouraging investment in supply and value chain infrastructure so that our food processing sector can be enriched and enhanced. Reducing post harvest losses. If you look at the today's data, yes, drastically it has come down. Even in this next generation holistic reforms, lot of startups, agri-tech startup has also contributed. Now these days, 29 centers are working exclusively support with the support of Ministry of Agriculture in the name of RKVY Raftar to provide help to the agri startups. Even in this budget, recent budget, you can find lot of push and funds has been made to encourage agriculture startups where more focus on farmers, so their wards and son and daughters and their fraternity may come forward to take the advantage, and they can introduce many things for this agriculture marketing system. So the better value realization to the farmers, it is going to be part of the system, and it is happening. Although sometimes it is visible, sometimes it is not visible. Why it is so? Because the dissemination of that information, the publicity of that information, somewhere we people are lacking. And it is because of this, maybe the COVID era, or maybe because of the information technology tools. Although our mobile and internet and everything has reached to the rural area and farms, but still lot of work need to be required for that particular strengthen of infrastructure. Now, National Agriculture Market, ENAM. This has been reformed, launched in 2016 to develop the online national market to ensure farmer accessibility to multiple number of market and buyer in the country, to improve transparency in trade transaction, to improve the price discovery to the farmer commensurate to the quality of the produce. 1,000 wholesale market have already been linked in the ENAM portal, and another 1,000 to be linked in this financial year. So look at it is going well, and results are available. No doubt, some glitches, some bottlenecks, some failures you can see here and there. But it is happening in all the sectors, not in the agriculture sector. So wherever we see such problems, we are trying to introduce a solution for that and coming up with the new areas. I'll give you one example also. The remedy basically, now in this ENAM, basically two challenges, two bottleneck, or maybe two problems could see basically. We could see. Number one is when the people who are the farmers basically when they are coming to the market. So, for example, soybean or any kind of produce which is ready and flooded in the market, that time there is a large queue because our assigned system was not very effective to handle such mass seller in the mandi system. So what happened? Some startup has introduced new handheld assigning machines where we could able to reduce the this time which is involved in this assigning system in the mandi market. And handheld small machines are available now today, and this problem has been addressed by the startup. Second is once you have made the transaction, then problem comes for the transportation. For that purpose, this Kisan Rath app and many other uh, like Uberization and Ola format has been come up for the this truck system also. So many startup has introduced this truck suvidha, and these are working. I remember we have organized one big workshop in Delhi with the help of ministry, where 120 startup has been participated. They have participated already, and all 120 participants they were addressing to solve the problems of this logistic and transportation related. And now they are also making money, and they are supporting our farmers as well as the mandi officials to transport these product from one point to another point. Formalization of Model Contract Farming Service Act. This was one more, reform. Although it was continuously it was going on. It is a model legal framework to facilitate the farmer and sponsor to enter into agreement so as to. Again, based on the experience, we did notice this act is need to make little more strong, and that is why some amendment has been taken up. So assure farmer about the market and remunerative price. Assure agro industries supply of product or desire quality and quantity with integration of farmer with agro processing unit and reduce post harvest losses. Now, recent reforms, some more recent reforms like basically giving freedom of choice to the farmers of buyers, place and trade channel, reducing transaction cost, time and post harvest losses, creating additional channel for trade like farm gate, cold storage, warehouse processing unit, etc. in addition to existing channel of marketing, integrating processor exporter organized retailing with farmers, developing a competitive digital marketing in the country, assuring farmers for remunerative price in advance, enabling farmer access to quality production input, service and technology as mutual agreed, stability of a market price for consumer, promote established in storage, cold storage and other marketing infrastructure and logistics. And why it has happened, why reforms are coming continuously, because we could see there are some problems or there are some defects, and we need to rectify those defects by introducing such reforms. And therefore rationale or need has arisen, and based on the feedback it has been introduced. And it is not like the stopped today. Reforms are continuous process. One should very clearly understand the remedies are continue. Many things, not only agree. If you look at across the world, there are n number of reforms which are going, ease of doing the business, or maybe other reforms, maybe wage related reforms, maybe loan related reforms, maybe subsidy related reforms. So if you look at the reforms are very generic word, generic term, and for the growth of any economy, any country, it is required and it is further going on. Now, promotion of farmer producer organization, FPOs, to transform farmers into agri entrepreneur. This is one more reform, or maybe one more way to enhance farmer income. Therefore, how to reach this double the farmer income. Our goal is like that. So the new policy has been introduced. FPOs are part of new ecosystem to benefit farmers from higher productivity, better market linkage, value addition, processing, branding, and export, etc. Implementation, agencies of union and state governments, handholding of FPO by a team of professionals for 5 years, other support, equity grant for strengthening financial base and credit guarantee for easy access of institutional credit, market linkage, value addition, processing, branding, and export supported by professional, capacity building of FPOs by professional and professional institutions where central government has launched a central sector sponsor scheme for formation and promotion of 10,000 FPOs. It is a big mark. Believe me, it is going to be the game changer in upcoming years. Now look at the dry storage warehouse infrastructure gap. That is also a motivation for the agripreneurs and the people who are in this fraternity or maybe stakeholders in this sector. They can think about it. So the storage structure, like dry storage warehouses, is existing number is 93,511. Existing capacity in the MMT is basically 140.68. Capacity required in for the storing food grain, which is again 132.84. Storage gap, which is 32. Total estimated dry storage gap for the storing agri MMT is 60. So the huge investment potential exists in this sector, and based on the schemes, not only for the government, even the private sector entrepreneurs are also coming up. And over the year, warehouses growth has been seen 3x only, while production of 6 to 7x. And warehouse being promoted in India not only as a storage structure but also a marketplace with other requisite facilities, thus making them more lucrative. Silos, with the help of many countries, for example, Australia also, are seen as most effective and scientific storage mechanism to maintain the quality. And that is also, developing slowly. Although initial commodities are wheat, soybean, and rice, but I believe other commodities are going to add in this list also. Now, strengthening of agri-value chain and marketing infrastructure through government-enabled schemes also. Those are the result of basically the kind of rationale requirement and maybe some problems which has arrived to solve those problems. Such a scheme has been introduced. So the financing facility of 1 lakh crore of PACs, FPOs, agri entrepreneurs, startup, etc. PHM infra project like primary processing centers, ripening chambers, pack houses, assigned unit, sorting, grading units, cold chain, warehouse, silos, and community assets. For that, agri infrastructure fund has been created. And if you look at in this budget, a lot of additional arrangement has been made, and then APMC markets are also made eligible to take the advantage of this agri infrastructure fund. Earlier they were not eligible. Now Rashtriya Krishi Vikas Yojana, RKVY. RKVY Yojana, we know very well this startup, agri startup has been backbone of this RKVY Raftar project, where 29 institutions are working across the country and 5 knowledge partners are already made in this scheme. And NIAM is one of them. So the scheme is for holistic development of agriculture sector, which has been made more infrastructure and asset creation centric, implemented with financial sharing of central and state government. And here I would like to NIAM has already introduced 150 agri startup across the country, and NIAM is number one right now in the country to support this agri startups. We have 4 more partners which are working with us. One is like IIT Kharagpur in West Bengal, one is Bihar Agriculture University in Bhagalpur, third is National Rice Research Center Institute in Cuttack, Odisha, and fourth is Jogner Agriculture University in Jaipur State University. And with the help of these 4 centers, we could support 150 more agri startups since last 2 years only. And the scheme is going on. And we are getting very amazing results by handling such a scheme. So, mission of integrated development of horticulture, which is a part of MIDH, scheme is for holistic development of horticulture sector, assistance of 32 50% offered for development of PHM infrastructure. Again, where honey sector is again taking boost as a part of MIDH. Agriculture Marketing Infrastructure Fund (AMI) scheme is also very important. A scheme for development of marketing infrastructure, including warehouses, assistance, 25% to 33% of the capital cost offered to the promoters. Now, new agri ecosystem in the India to improve farmer income and unblock opportunities for new investment. And that is just because of we could assess the defects or maybe the bottlenecks, maybe the barriers, maybe the problems in the existing system. The continuously working think tank is working upon that, and they could introduce remedies, and based on that remedies, new ecosystem is going to improve farmer income and unlock opportunities for new investment. So the promotion of farmer producer organization, government enabled scheme for PHM and marketing infrastructure, policy orientation towards investment in warehouse, silos, cold storage, processing, other PHM infrastructure, liberalization through reforms, logistic and digital commercialization uh, through various platforms, insurance for customized insurance product, harvest crop, transit crop insurance, etc. Credit facility for improving productivity and marketability. These are the part of this new ecosystem. Now, opportunities in this sector, if you look at, it is easy to criticize any sector, any system in any country. But we should also think some opportunities are available. When you go for the SWOT analysis, which is strength, weakness, opportunity, and threat. Yes, always you can see strength, I mean, weakness, you will find some weaknesses and how to improve our weakness to convert into strength. That is the objective. Here, now by looking at the threat, how to convert that threat into the opportunity. So look at this capital investment, value addition and processing, agri export, and other type of opportunities which are available. So the capital investment, need for investment in post-harvest management and agriculture marketing infrastructure, including warehouse and silos. Other potential areas of investment in cold storage with the gap of 33 LMT pack house, ripening centers, chambers, etc. Rising area for investment, food processing units in India, lesser than 10% target to increase to 25%. Average annual growth rate 9.9% over 5 year ending 1819 and now further. Versatility and diversity in agroclimate and produce. Agri export, India share only around 2.8 in global. It should increase because our agriculture produce is pretty much competitive across the world. I could see some table where the tomato price in South Korea is $3 per kg, and in India, which is less than 30 cents. So such scope is available. Look at, you just put up any commodity, maybe the onion, maybe the tomatoes, or maybe the mangoes or anything. You will find Indian producers are pretty competitive and reasonable price in our country. We should take advantage of those opportunity and try to export or maybe the process. So increasing demand for the value added health or fortified processed food. COVID is also given this opportunity to increase fortified food in our basket. Maybe the flour, I like the wheat flour, maybe the rice flour, maybe the rice bran oil, maybe the sunflower oil, maybe the many more medicinal and aromatic plant related properties are available. Need to extract and go for the value chain. Global organic market growing is at the rate of 12%, and you look at India is working very well to catch up this organic market in our country, even for the export related countries also. So now the last we come to this problems basically. Although many kind of defects and problems has been already addressed time to time, but still what you can feel, these are the area where we can target to convert these problem into opportunity. So inadequate transportation facilities, many more agencies are working to address such area, but still what we feel, lot of work need to be done. Then malpractices in mandi, yes, mandi systems are not becoming 100% transparent, although a lot of efforts has been made. Still some work is available to do more to make this mandi as a transparent mandi system. lack of credit. If you look at agriculture is the sector where people like the financial institutions and NBFCs are a little bit afraid of to fund this credit system. I mean, to address the credit system. Lack of market information. Yes, we have reached to the quite comfortable zone, but still lot of work need to done. Uh, Credit goes to our this 4G, 5G technology, blockchain technology, AI, and the smart mobile phones which are consumed by the country and like even rural area. Growth rate is like tremendous, and by using such gadgets, we people are getting all kind of market information on our tips. Unregulated weight and measures, it is a problem because our rural people they are still using some non-authorized measures and ways and machines for rural area, and it is required to be rectified. Lack of standardization and grading for the small farmer. Yes, big farmer and medium sized farmer they have adopted, but small farmers are still unaware about such system, and for them it is not feasible also. So we need to empower them to tell them like how to go for it, or maybe some community based services uh, made available for them so they can go over there and use the facilities. Now, with these words, I would like to say thanks for your, uh, availability and attendance nicely. I got only 1 hour. I believe I would like to hand over this dais to Professor Moni for to take care further. And if you have any question, I'll be happy to answer you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Ramesh Mittal. Can you come out of your presentation?
Let me.
Okay. Thank you very much. It's for your very important and very promotive and assertive address to the participants. And I'm very happy that you also endorsed the title, the topic title, that agriculture market in India, defects therein and remedial measures, if any.
Right.
That it is the is a hypothesis,
Right.
and as a person who worked in this area, that both of us were trying to work out this hypothesis whether it is meaningful, and we have gone through the SWOT analysis of this hypothesis very effectively.
Right.
And I'm very happy that you were all at your entire address, more than 60 minutes, is addressed very effectively.
Thank you.
And the Doubling Farmers Income Committee report under the chairmanship of Dr. Ashok Dalwai has
Right.
talked about more than 15 volumes. The
Right.
digitalization of Indian agriculture. I was the group leader and was effectively come out with the 7 mission mode programs. I
Right.
do not know why all the government institutions and state agricultural universities and engineering colleges and NITs and IITs and central universities and triple ITs are not even reading this doubling for farmers income by 2022 committee report. It has been submitted. It is available online since September 2018.
Mhm.
No, this is that the if India is an agrarian economy,
Mhm.
every institution which receives taxpayers' money, that have to look into agriculture as a use case, come what may.
Mhm. Right.
And you know they they have to look beyond that. They are producing manpower for corporate sector both in India and abroad. But
Mhm.
India is an agrarian economy, and you have brought out that how much gap is there. See, the Indian, the global agri trade is about 1,500 billion, US dollars, and our
Yes.
share is only 2.8%.
Right.
And India is a country which has got more than 127 agroclimatic zones,
Yes.
365 days of sunshine, more than
Right.
400 agriculture commodities. You also said it, more than 600 commodities have got a GI tag.
Yes.
But the, only 8% of the farmers only have got some sort of a training.
Right.
China has got about something like 3 lakhs skill centers for the farming sector and MSME sector. And we have got only 651 Krishi Vigyan Kendras. We got 715 districts. And, and we have got 6,500 blocks and 2.25 lakh gram panchayat. And when are we going to reach to every individual farm, a farmer? Whether he is a small or marginal or semi-marginal, it's a medium or semi-medium or large-scale farmer. If you remove the large-scale farmer, below 10 hectares of land, everybody 99.5% joins. These are all to be taken care of.
Right.
And these people produce this market surplus. And you said it, agriculture marketing is a complete value system. I
Right.
don't know whether the Indian farmers, if they are trained on the agriculture value system, India, our 2.8% share of the global, trade can be reversed.
Right.
And it is essential. Throughout the year, we produce agriculture commodities. Many countries locked down for more than 6 months, cold climate. But that's why if India is an Indian agrarian economy, every educational institution has to take agriculture as a use case.
Right.
And it is a mandatory provision on them. But this is the Shobhit Institute of Engineering Technology, Meerut deemed to be university, is the only center which has got 2 centers of excellence exclusively for agriculture sector and come out with the disciplines for in BTech and MTech and MBA.
Right.
And we are also looking to work with you to have an MBA program in agriculture marketing, generate manpower to train and run farmer produce organization.
Right.
Not for the corporate sector, not to do training.
Right.
We have to generate manpower to establish agriculture value chain from the farm gate. It is to work with the farmers, work with the farmer produce organization. I'm very happy that, and you have come out with the slides, information, effective information to tell the authorities concerned, that the information which you have given, the assertiveness, the assertion which you have made, that is very important because you are speaking from a national institute of importance, National Institute of Agriculture Marketing. It is not National Institute of Agribusiness. It is the National Institute of Agri-Marketing. Agribusiness comes later as the end product.
Right.
And this is where, when we signed an MOU with the NIAM, we thought that because I was the person in my room, in 2000, the proposal for agriculture marketing information system network was prepared, and that time there was no internet. Through the dial-up connectivity, and from 2000 to 2008, we were able to cover about 3,500 wholesale mandis to transmit data 3 times, and for about 400 commodities and 2,000 varieties, and that is a very big data.
Right.
And if you can recall, in 2008, and that time there was an the 11th 5-year plan, I believe, and under the chairmanship of Dr. Acharya, I was also a member, secretary of that committee, planning commission committee on agriculture marketing. We have given large scale recommendation. And if this would have been accepted by the Minister of Agriculture at that time, between that time to 2014, large-scale digitalization would have taken place, but it didn't take place.
Yeah.
And AgmarkNet, and when ENAM was announced, I went to the managing director of SFAC. Please integrate ENAM with AgmarkNet. AgmarkNet is the price discovery, and ENAM is, price realization. And this it cannot be standalone. And he didn't listen. Afterwards, he resigned and gone. And so the thing is that, the country has to have solutions. And country cannot have a silo solutions, not solutions in silos, and also silos in solutions. And agriculture marketing today, you said it very clearly that it is agriculture marketing for an agriculture value system. It means that as per the recommendation of the Doubling Farmers Income Committee report, chapter, the volume 12B, chapter 10, it talks about digitalized agricultural value system for more than 400 agricultural commodities. It means it has to come from minimum 2.25 lakhs gram panchayat.
Right.
And it means that if a 10,000 farmer produce organization, if the government is trying to put it, it means that you have to have a 10,000 agriculture marketing professionals. And to help the farmer produce 10,000 farmer produce organization, in turn, they are helping about minimum 1,000 farmers. This is what, it's essential. And I'm very happy that, you also agreed, even though when I suggested this title, you had some sort of an apprehension. I told him that that's why the word we have put it last one, if any. If there's nothing, there is fine. It is a win-win situation. If not, let us find out let us find out something like agile environment. Why to work on fragile environment?
Yes.
See, fragile has got FRAGIL, but agile, you remove FR, which is in the front.
Right.
You work on for agile. That is more important. And agriculture marketing is an agile. And as an agriculture value system. And I felt so happy. And that many of the statistics, the facts, you brought it out. And you said that if farmer produce organizations to transform farmers into agri entrepreneurs. It is a very valuable statement. It's a very bold statement. And it has to strike everybody at the grassroots level. Below district level, that the country should know that what is really happening. The below district level, nobody knows. Even district agriculture officers, district animal husbandry officers, district fisheries officers don't know what is taking place in agriculture reform. They're all bothered about subsidy. How to transmit subsidy. Now the subsidy is going through DPT. Then what will be their role? So this is some agriculture marketing is an important, it is a bottom-up process. And the bottom-up process is where that technology-enabled bottom-up agriculture marketing is very essential. The farm gate and the farmer and farm are the entities on which the entire agriculture value system has to work. That's why during the last 63 editions, and also in the other webinar, another 62 edition, I have been voicing that the country needs minimum 6,500 startups in every block, not in a concentrated area. It has to bottom up. Now, many startups are in, institutions. They have not worked since independence outside their campus. There are a lot of startups are working in panchayat level. They cannot take the benefit from the professors who are working. They are the mentors in the institution. That's why in one of the webinar series, I purposely put it, how to scale up to the Gram Panchayat. What are the policies? Now, today you associate with the institutions, but the startups which are working through NGOs, NGO as a startup, and it is not in a position to even enter into such institutions to take the benefit. And this has to be overcome. And this is a very important. RKVY is for the grassroots level. Raftar is for the grassroots level, not for the institution. And this is a very important thing that, for example, I will tell you, $12 billion worth of agricultural waste has to be converted as a wealth. Banana sector, banana value chain. Banana, each we have got about something like about 284 crore plants every year. It is to be cut. Each one can bring in 50 rupees. So 280 crores into 50. It is something like a 13,000 crores per annum. It can bring money for the farmers. Then other additional values, fibers and the papers and plywoods and so on and so forth. We have not find out a secondary agriculture options for to generate an agro industries out of the banana waste. This is true for all agricultural waste, and this has to be brought under agriculture marketing. So this is an important thing that Dr. Ramesh Mittal, that I would like to request that both National Institute of Agriculture Marketing and the two centers of the Centers of Excellence of the Shobhit Institute of Engineering and Technology, as per the MOU, we have to activate, and we have to bring in agriculture marketing is an agriculture value chain, is a part and parcel of agriculture value chain. And we through these centers we have launched the courses, and even I have even worked out an 15 days 1 month program for e-governance in farming sector. It is very essential. Agriculture officers can be trained, and agriculture graduates can be reskilled, upskilled, engineering graduates, postgraduates, and from the rural area can be skilled and upskilled in the agricultural value chain. And we are ready to work with you. And my request is that, as per the as we have signed an MOU, please consider the Shobhit Institute of Engineering and Technology, Dimty University, with 5 centers of excellence as your partner institution to spread this agriculture marketing related developments in this part of the country. And we also have signed an MOU with various NGOs throughout the country. We are working for one agriculture value chain, one agriculture commodity per district as a use case. And MTech in agricultural informatics, MBA in agribusiness management, and MBA in agriculture marketing are the need of the hour. And I would like to request that let us work out appropriate the curriculum, and also that the launching of a program in collaboration with National Institute of Agriculture Marketing in the northern part of India, in the state of Uttar Pradesh, on PG diploma, and the MBA in agriculture marketing to generate necessary human resources for agriculture value system. 400 agriculture commodities is the recommendation of the doubling farmers' income by 2022 committee. And our Honorable Chancellor would like to join, but he is under COVID situation. He has sent the message thanking you, and he will have a meeting as soon as he come out from his self-isolation, and he will have a meeting with you. And otherwise, in this webinar series on doubling farmers' income committee, and the national webinar series on doubling farmers' income by 2022, as he hails from the farming community. This is the third generation which runs education service. His grandfather established the first junior college in 1927 at Gango in Saharanpur district, Uttar Pradesh. And this is the third generation which runs the educational university, educational service to the country through 2 educational institutions and many other colleges and educational institutions. He would like to have a meeting as soon as he comes out of this COVID situation. So I know with this summarization, I would like to hear from you final remark, Dr. Ramesh Mittal.
So, uh, as far as if you look at this agriculture marketing, as I mentioned earlier, if you look at our earlier mandi system and the kind of structure what was developed and introduced for this Indian market, basically we were not aware about the price discovery mechanism, for the quality discovery, for the the new technology innovation. So basically if you look at the farms which are scattered or across the country, so they have provided one place to go there and look at the quality, price, variety, and they should meet other farmer people, other farmers, and find out the pros and cons of the farming and some innovation in the farming. That was the purpose. Now if you look at, the scene has changed. Literacy rate has been increased. Education, again, their wards, son and daughters are getting good education. They are quite aware. They can use this mobile internet and other kind of gadgets. So it is time to rethink, basically reorganize the. And that is why all the agencies which involve the central government, state government, other developmental agencies, they are together and they are working for the betterment of this farming community. And that is why once we see there are agriculture marketable surplus, then we have to think in a different manner. So whatever, like superfood, you talk about the superfood, this quinoa, chia seed, such kind of food is available. But the thing is, initially there was no value, but now today credit goes to the information system. People are aware. Maybe the e-commerce platform, various type like Snapdeal, Flipkart, and others are also available. They are making available these products across the country. It doesn't matter whether what is the price, but slowly people are knowing about the benefits and merits of these products. And simultaneously our farming community is again moving towards to grow such product. You look at mushroom, consumption of mushroom, consumption of strawberry, consumption of this grapes, consumption of this pineapple, consumption of the different variety of the apples across the country has increased. And because of this digital information system, until unless we are not aware, we will not buy. Look at this bitter gourd. Earlier bitter gourd price was 2 rupee per kg, 3 rupee per kg. Now today bitter gourd price is 40 rupees per kg, because we came to know the all kind of merits of and advantages of this bitter gourd. Look at the jamun price. Look at the custard apple price across the country. Earlier we were thinking these are all wild crops and there is no price for that. But credit goes to our system, which has been improved a lot, and people are understanding. They are trying to buy also, like the black rice of Manipur, the Johar rice of Assam, the red rice of Goa. People were not aware of it, but now they are aware. They, by using this electronic platform, they are placing the order. They are getting at home. Even this COVID period, all kind of agriculture produce and related items are available at home, and no one has died because of the hunger. So things were available. Look at the population, 1 crore 30 lakh people. Huh? They were struggling as a homeless or maybe foodless or something like that. But still they were getting food in this COVID period. That was the remarkable achievement for us. And this credit goes to the all kind of association networking, maybe in the IT sector, maybe in the technology sector, maybe in the farmers education, maybe the government and societies which are working, the self-help groups, and other things are also. Now the game changer would be this startups, agri startups. And 70% students are coming from the engineering background, from the management background. They are not from the agriculture background. It is again surprising. So we people are motivating them, like the kind of experience curve which has been already this agriculture fraternity has, they don't have, but still they are coming forward and they are growing. So my request is agriculture community should also come forward to part of this agri startup ecosystem, and they can also take advantage and grab the opportunity. This is from my side. Thank you, Dr. Sab, for the great opportunity, and I really enjoyed, and the kind of discussion which was made by you and we had together. I really, it's a learning is a continuous process. I have also learned from you so many things, which by the time, like, very experienced person, through your journey, you have gained and you have given to the society. I was also privileged to take that advantage. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. And I also would like to end by saying one important point which you made it. The thing is that increasing demand for value added, health fortified, and processed food in your slide.
Right.
And I would like to tell you that we had, the one important talk by Dr. Chris Chautrapoulos from Australia
Oh.
on this talk in this webinar series, and we are going to work on a project, R&D project in India, that is use of artificial intelligence and big data analytics to ensure optimal protein in
Okay.
harvested in soil and soil harvested food to minimize the health human diseases.
Oh.
No, this is very important. This is
Very, very
use
important.
of artificial intelligence
Hmm.
and big data analytics to ensure
Hmm.
optimal protein
Hmm.
in soil health, and fortified, and harvested food to minimize, human disease. And this is a very important, and I'll be very happy to, submit this project proposal to work on this topic, and it will be very important because this is one of the recommendations which you also talked about it. This is
Right.
very essential.
Right.
If this is done, because soil is now not
Hmm.
healthy
Hmm.
and the water is not healthy,
Water is not.
the plant which grows in the minerals of the soil,
Hmm.
which the conditions the metabolism of
Off.
plant cell, human cell, and animal cell. If
Hmm.
the soil is not healthy, and the
Right.
farmers have to be educated,
Hmm.
and then it has to have an the appropriate, if the soil is healthy, the water is
Hmm.
healthy, then
Hmm.
the fish will be healthy, and the animal will be healthy, the fodder will be healthy, the milk will
Hmm.
be healthy, and plant will be healthy, and human will be healthy. That's why in the I put it as a recommendation, and it is
Hmm.
a very big, is a project which I'm working on it, and I'll be very happy to join with you to with the National Institute of Agricultural
Sure.
Marketing work
Sure.
on as a sponsored project, because I thought that after my retirement as a director and I worked in the e-governance system way back in 1987. I was the former project director for 512 districts e-governance program. That is, and that
Hmm.
time it is called District Informatics.
Hmm.
28 sectoral database development. Then in
Hmm.
95, IT blueprint for agriculture,
Hmm.
and government of India came out with e-governance. The electronics department came out with in 2005 only national e-governance plan. So
Hmm.
I was working as a technocrat from NIC from 1987 onwards in 512 districts, and then sectoral, and agriculture. And then with the Ministry of Agriculture, we were able to bring in is one of the first ministry of the government of India to work on agriculture as a sector, not trying to do computerization in the ministry. And then I thought that, and the last one was the establishment of 7,032 location for animal disease monitoring system way back in 2012. Honorable Agriculture Minister Shri Sarat Pawarji has dedicated that network to the country.
Right.
But after my retirement, the many of the projects have gone down the
Hmm.
drain.
Right.
And I have, then doubling farmers income committee report, I was associated as a chief, and I was made as a chief advisor IT in the Department of Agriculture and e-government, farmers welfare.
Hmm.
And the recommendations are accepted, it's available in the document. Then I thought that I know during the COVID situation, as a former director general, what I'm doing it. So we have an internet connectivity, we have a laptop, I have an university platform.
Hmm.
Let us come out with these two webinar series. Let us bring experts from India, NGOs, and
Hmm.
NRIs from abroad to make it. And I'm very
Right.
happy that today we have talked about different topics and which can bring in, research work. NGOs can work on it, startups can work on it. That's why I read it out, even though I took more time. But every speaker should know that this webinar, you also rightly said it, this webinar series is not like other webinars, other Google meeting or Zoom meeting. It is for the purpose to bring in a value system. And you said it that IT people are coming for agri startup. That is a problem. Agriculture people, our curriculum doesn't, agriculture science curriculum doesn't talk about IT. That's what I brought, agricultural informatics. But every agriculture science people who come out, they want to be an agriculture officer in government or bank. And that's why I thought that MTech in agricultural informatics is very important.
Important.
They have to be retrained. They have to be reskilled. They have to be upskilled. And why the various government departments are not recognizing this? And I felt very happy that UGC and all in the Counselor Technical team, when they visited the university in 2018, they made it, the agricultural informatics of this university is have got a, the high value for becoming a center of excellence potential. And this is important. This is the first center in the whole world, and it is it is the western part of Uttar Pradesh in Meerut, and this has to spread in the whole country. Agricultural informatics as a thrust, it has to come through formal education. And agriculture is an unstructured problem, and agricultural science graduate has to be taught how to use IT to overcome to provide solution for agriculture, which is an unstructured problem. So agricultural informatics is doing it with this. Thank you very much for taking your time on this very important working day to talk to us to this channel. And this talk will be available in YouTube as well as on the university website. And you can also, the link is now available, and you can also send it to all your students and your all startups.
Right.
And I would like to address, if you organize all your 29 agri startups which you promote.
Sure.
We have to bring in, is very important, and they should take a lead in operationalizing the recommendations of the doubling farmers' income by 2022 for digital technology in agriculture. It's very important.
Right.
And with this, I would like to thank you, and would like to close the webinar and leave studio. So thank you very much, and for your participation, and greetings from Shobhit University. For more research and inquiries, please contact Professor Moni, Professor Emeritus and Chairman, Center for Agricultural Informatics and E-Government Research Studies, Center for Agribusiness and Disaster Management Studies, and former Director General, National Informatics Center, Government of India, New Delhi. My email ID is moni@shobhituniversity.ac.in. Have a nice day. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.